What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Smiths as we continue our journey through their 1984 debut album, self-titled. And we're up to a tune called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I think this expression is part of a larger phrase, something like the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, or is the one that rules the world. I think it goes back at least to the mid-19th century. I think it was originally in a poem. I forget who it's by, or by whom. Ultimately, the expression, generally speaking, means that because women and mothers who run domestic affairs and indeed who raise children play a large role in their socialization and their understandings as they grow into adults, that in an indirect way, mothers and, again, domestic women who raise children have an outsized influence on the nature of the world because they're raising the next generation of leaders and citizens who will inherit the roles of adulthood based on the socialization and understandings they have. I think on some level that's certainly true. I would say also, though, it perhaps oversimplifies the impact of women, even just specifically looking in a domestic setting. The idea, well, that their main influence on the world is through the children they raise, in particular the male children they raise. I think that pays short shrift to their social, cultural, intellectual, familial, and domestic impact beyond just the imparting of values and behavioral programs and so on progeny. So I think it's an apropos phrase, but perhaps one which gives an oversimplified understanding of the role of, again, even specifically women within a domestic setting. In any case, that's, I think, where the phrase comes from. So I suppose this could be Morrissey, or I don't know if he writes all their lyrics. I think Marr? I'm trying to remember the other. I think one of the other guys is a songwriter. I think Johnny Marr, does he write songs for them? Yeah, list him as a singer-songwriter. So I'm going to assume that some of the material is written by Marr. Let me know, what the reality is behind that. I'm pretty sure Morrissey writes a lot of their songs too, or did write. So yeah, it makes me wonder if this will in any way relate to their experiences with mothers, or with, growing up and being sort of primed to do certain things in the world, and then perhaps feeling like you're not living up to, inheriting the world in a way that would make that phrase true. I feel like that's highly speculative, so we'll have to see if that has anything to do with it, but that's sort of where my mind goes with it. Let's find out. This is the Smiths. The tune is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and it's from their 1984 self-titled album. Bass sounded nice there.
Please don't cry for the ghost in the storm outside.
Such a cool voice, let's keep saying it. Like if a dream was singing.
If the bogeyman should try to play tricks on your sacred mind.
If the bogeyman tried to play sacred tricks on your mind, or tricks on your sacred mind.
Withering shadows loom. Our piano plays in an empty room.
Withering shadows, a piano plays in an empty room.
And when darkness lifts and the room is bright, I'll still be by your side. For you are all that matters, and I love you till the day I die. I never need me longing in your arms.
Maybe like through the voice of a mother, or
As long as the hand that rocks the cradle is mine. Ceiling shadows shimmy by, and when the wardrobe towers like a beast of prey, the sadness in your beautiful eyes, oh, your untouched, unsolved, wondrous stars, my life down I shall lie. Should the restless
does sound like we're speaking from the eyes of a parent, if not specifically a mother. Line earlier, the sadness in your beautiful eyes has stuck with me. And again, the tone, it's not happy, it's not fully sad, it's like about a daughter. Yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe that's about the mother, and then the mother in relation to the child. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly the direction, the themes that are running, didn't catch all the lines, but again, it has this really cool tone. It's like sort of melancholy, but it's also sort of like, floaty and kind of smooth. Sorry, Kitty. She's like, what the heck are you shaking the chair for? So yeah, it's another song which sort of blends the light and the dark. It has a really interesting sort of structure, and again, I like the voice, the way that Morrissey can sort of like find this sort of floaty, like bendy, wavy sort of feel between like the lines is just amazing to me. Like, he just has a really unique voice. So yeah, shout out to Smiths. Do let me know if you got an angle on this tune. Again, I felt like some of the ideas were on display, but I'm not sure how they all fit together, so let me know if you got an angle. But yeah, let me know what you think of the tune overall. I will see you next time. Peace.